Hello everyone, Carrington here from Open Heart Games. Welcome back. We are at, checking my checks notes, Chapter 4, On the Road. This is Session 6, say that 5 times fast, of On the Road. Couple of show notes here. So we are getting very close to the end of this. I think we're probably going to end up having, if I had to guess, eight sessions of On the Road. Not 8 from now, 8 total sessions. So I think there's going to be at least one more session, and then another session of that. And then I'll at the end of that, I definitely want to give my feedback of how I feel about On the Road, because it is, I think, one of the least loved chapters, because it is a bit of a slog. But I definitely have some improvements that I have definitely learned from this. I think this is my 3rd or 4th playthrough of this campaign, and I will be happy to give those to you because I learned a lot with this playthrough again. But anyway, a couple of announcements. First up, if you've not checked us out, we have a YouTube, and later this week, I promise, I'm going to be getting up all of the previous episodes. I have all of them recorded. And they will be up on our YouTube channel that you can watch all of them and catch up if you're behind. Check that out next week. If you've not subscribed, we'd love for you to subscribe. Speaking of subscriptions, we are so close to having 10 subs. We would love to have more. If you are interested and you like the content that we do, you like the stories that we're telling, we would love to have you subscribe to our Twitch channel right here. We are 3 away right now from 10 subscribers, and I'd love to get that number. That would be fantastic. Next up, we have 2 events coming up. One is this weekend, which is on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is going to be our next GM one-on-one. May the story be with you, and we're going to be talking about with veteran game master Patrick Drobody, who is a master storyteller when it comes to the Star Wars universe. And we're going to be talking about what it's like to run your games in established universes and some of the potential pitfalls that you can avoid and some tips and tricks that you can pick up along the way. Finally, we also have, on March 23rd, we are going to be running Call of Cthulhu Edge of Darkness at 7 p.m. That is on a Wednesday, which is a weekday, and as someone pointed out, is a school night for some folks. But we're going to be running that from 7 p.m. to 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So we'd love to have you join us for that. You can sign up on our website, openheartgames.com. So, with all of our show notes out of the way, I made good time. Oh, got it all in under 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and introduce our wonderful, colorful cast of characters and get into our show recap. Starting, of course, with, alphabetically, Baylor Kisk.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Jabrillopad in chat. I'll be piloting Baylor today. And to be honest, I'm not sure what to expect, so yeehaw.
I remember when his name was mostly food. Crazy. All right. Next up, alphabetically, Mordok, Cleric.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm playing Mordok, the Azamar Protector Cleric. Brave Cleric. Yeah.
Checks notes.
I guess I got checks notes. So looking to be, and I guess I got dinged in chat last week for not being a cleric and not healing. But oh well. I don't watch chat, so I don't.
I'm here to punch things and heal people, and I'm all out of heals.
Yeah. No, I had lots of heals. I was just punching things.
Yeah, you know.
Because we discovered that that dreaded guiding bolt tandem thing, so that's fun.
Oh, for sure. All right, and up next is Patron.
Hello, everyone. I am Brad, playing Patron Purple Heart, also known as Hirohari in chat, and I'm the second half of Twin Bolt combo.
All right. And
yeah, but he's just a Padawan.
He's just a Padawan
cleric.
Because he just got it recently.
Right, because he just decided that, I'm going to be a cleric now.
Yeah, just that one level dip.
Well, someone had to heal.
I was gonna say that.
I'm a grave cleric.
Oh, I was gonna say that, but like you beat me to it by like that much. Anyways, last but certainly not least, but perhaps the smallest is of course Zed.
What's up, everyone? BGX Mage here in chat and on Twitter, and yep, I play the smallest of the party, Zed, who is a kobold monk who wants to grow up and be a dragon one day, and yep, that's
All right.
Zed.
Excellent. Zed in a nutshell. Also, the party has, just noting that there is a character that the party has been carrying along with them, which is this this dragon egg that they stole from Chapter 3, the Dragon Hatchery.
Acquired.
What do you mean stole?
Acquired.
Rescued.
Whoa, easy. I'm just the guy telling the story and checking the dice. Like, acquired somehow. Sure, that's fair. So
It was there. No one was around. Because we killed them all, so they couldn't be there.
Because we killed them.
it's like that Assassin's Creed meme where he's killed everyone in the street and he's like, no one can see if no one's there to see.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Yep. Good. That's the good old fashioned murder hobo strategy. So, who would like to take a stab at what happened last session? Last session we did have a bit of a shorter session, mostly because many of us were tired from all the happenings of the previous week, and so we just had a nice fun battle, raided another stream, and that was a lot of fun. So, anyways, who would like to take a stab at that?
I think you actually just wrapped up the summary. We had a battle. we fought some spooners.
Yeah, go me! Thank you,
And-
Arpulus, for the sub.
Yeah, we had a battle and we got in, we got out. Zed fought pretty good. That was nice. There was some sweet crit damage happening,
Yep, he's throwing some bows.
but overall, yeah, it was just a quick random encounter with some giant spiders and the whatever that those bugs trying to steal our horses look like.
Yeah, that was, I will not lie to you, that encounter was, as a game master, that was a rough one. So I was like, yeah, I can get him and tie him up with webs and stuff. And then you guys were like, none of that. Just obliterated them. But they're, Ettercaps.
We got in, we got out, and we moved on.
Yep.
Ettercaps, that was what they were.
Yep, yeah. I thought about adding more of them, and then I was like, no, whenever I try to do combat math, I always, overcorrect, and, so. But
They weren't
anyway.
terribly. They were more annoying than they were deadly.
It's true.
I think we probably took the spiders out wisely first.
Yeah,
And
I mean...
who knew ettercaps could shoot webs? So that was a learning for me.
Now that was funny.
Here, let me fly! Oh no, let's not fly.
Yeah, that was really funny. Because you were like, I'm gonna fly because they can't shoot webs at me. And I was like, looking at the character, and I was like, wow. All right.
I think if you had added more Ettercaps, at some point, the noble and his guards that just lazily sat on the cart watching us do all that work would probably joined us at some point.
I mean, hey, they died once.
Yeah, they didn't want to die
They
twice.
did that. But
Yeah, one of them
they just
died.
lazily watched us.
Yeah.
But since the ettercaps had that fixation on Patron's character, where we're just going to keep attacking him, the rest of us were kind of free to do whatever we felt like.
Hey, I buffed everyone, and then I just stayed in a web.
That is not the case. I had to keep saving the egg.
It is true.
That's true. The egg was kind of annoying.
You have to give everyone in the party something to do.
Yeah, like let the cleric be the fighter guy because
Yeah.
the Goliath's busy balancing an egg on the end of a spoon.
Especially if you're okay. So I will preface this with something. One of the things that is and obviously you cannot do it with every fight. But one of the tools that you as a game master have in your tool belt is to give a character who is very strong or very good at a particular thing in a fight, have them really tap into that thing and make it their focus, so that the rest of the party actually gets a chance to do something like for example, if you have a very powerful like paladin who's very strong, maybe have, you know, they're in a tomb and the door is closing and the paladin has to like hold it open while the fight's going on. Now, if you have an entire session that's just that fight, that will get very boring for that character. But if the fight's only a couple of rounds, like, and it gives the party something else that they can do, that is definitely a tool that you can use. If someone's a really heavy hitter and you just kind of can move them into this unfamiliar role where they're not just like max damage, like, you know, is a tool you can put in your tool belt. But like I said, make sure that you're not boring that player with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Don't turn Grog into the thief. You know.
Yes, I mean that's something that's not going to happen. You know. But it can also be really fun. Like I've had a couple of sessions in the past where like a player has Arpulus has a really good pun, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. It says excursions incorporated. So like for some reason, like the rogue is like, all right, I'm gonna go off and scout, and the ranger's like, yeah, I'm gonna go off and scout. So two really high dex characters with really good stealth. This makes sense. And the barbarian's like, me too. And for some reason, the rogue and the ranger didn't say no. They were like, yeah, sure, whatever, we can use the muscle. And the wizard was the only one who was like, well, at least they won't be around me, I'll just hang out over here. And the cleric was like, yeah, I'm in plate, so have fun. And then, you know, hilarity ensued because, you know, someone failed their stealth check, and surprisingly, it wasn't the barbarian.
Yeah, I was going to say, your boy's got a +3 in stealth. Yeah. I am Big Quiet.
Big Quiet. All right, anyways.
That's your new nickname.
Yeah, Big Quiet.
Big Quiet.
Yeah. Baylor, Big Quiet, Kisk.
Hey, there you go.
Yep. Stealth-o-matic.
Mostly food.
Mostly food.
Yes, one thing I wanted to...
Lately food.
Yeah, what was that?
Yes.
Lately food, yes. Those of you who are in the audience right now, watching our stream, if you would like to take on the role of the horrified commoners and whatnot that are kind of watching the party do and engage in all of their shenanigans, feel free. So please, you know, throw out some ideas and some reactions and whatnot. We had a great session a couple sessions back where that started. We would love to have you interact with us and just kind of, you know, take on the roles of some horrified commoners, you know, whispering amongst that. So, without further ado.
Yeah, because we're not real serious about this, so the yuck factor can sometimes be wonderful.
I will say this. When it comes to Dungeons & Dragons, I have run in campaigns that are all serious all the time, heavy role-playing things, and while they are fun, sometimes it's just fun to, like, kick back and relax. I mean, if you look at the formula Critical Role has, like, they have a lot of silly stuff that they do, but it also, they have some of those wonderful moments, and they do have serious characters that pair well with the other things. And I think that's what role-playing is all about. You can have, you know, those very serious character only really plays really well if it has a funny foil, you know. And for our group, you know, we have I think we have a varying tiers of how serious and funny those characters are. So I think that's really good. So anyway, all right. So jumping right into everything, to show where everyone is. We're going to go ahead and jump to this map. So everyone has made their way. They made their way past the Trollbark Forest, along the Tradeway, which I will reveal here. Boom, along the Tradeway, which is the same road that they've been traveling on. You do not have to zoom out all the way from Baldur's Gate. Right now, we have their journey kind of chronicled as they're moving up the way. So they are, right now I'm going to say the party is actually right here. They're actually right next to these woods. And they're on their way almost to Daggerford, which, as you notice, is very close to Waterdeep. I could reveal this too. This is a thing I can reveal. Bam. Sea of Swords. Oh, I unrevealed it. My hubris.
Disappeared.
There we go.
Sea of Swords disappeared.
In my hubris, I was like, aha, I'll help everyone. All right.
In an act of God, the Sea of Swords is now gone.
Yeah, just like that.
A giant mud pit.
All right, so we've got to resume our overland travel sounds with oxen. I'm really glad that On the Road doesn't actually have a table for like, all right, so you go along, you find some berries, you interact with some folks, do some trading, and then die of dysentery. I appreciate that.
I feel like it's a missed opportunity.
I'm also glad that we don't have to, go through the, oh, gee, the Feywild broke through here and you're sucked into that.
Hey, the nice thing as fifth edition continues to grow and prosper, there's a module for that.
Yeah.
You play Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which I've read through that campaign. I really want to run it. The campaign's sweet. All right, so
As long as I can get a pseudo dragon.
what if it was a fairy dragon?
That'd
And
be okay too. We can turn Zed into a pseudo dragon. He's
There
about
you
the
go.
right size.
All right, me too. Red Witchlight this week, and it would be a lot of fun to run. I absolutely agree. Arpulus, yeah, it is a really cool, well put together module. It's like an enjoyable, strange exploration journey in 4 parts. And the neat thing about it is, I love our group to death, but I feel like you can play the entire module without swinging your sword once, if you wanted to. There are options for dealing with every single encounter in a non-violent manner if you want.
That sounds
That's
fake.
so
that
PC.
sounds like travesty.
Oh man! All right, cool.
That's too PC for me.
Ah, well,
Have you met us?
Yeah, I must stab it. I just think it's a cool concept. But anyways, I digress. On a beautiful sunny afternoon, as you're passing by, you can see a herd of deer on a nearby hill. As the party kind of slows, the gentleman that you are traveling with, does anyone remember his name?
Speed.
Says, "Oh, look there. Now that is something that would definitely restock my stores. What do you say about... Oh my goodness. Look at that." And in the herd parts for just a moment. The clouds part and the sun beats down upon this hilltop. And there is a magnificent golden stag that shimmers in the light, as if its coat were made from spun gold. As others take notice of this, they're like, "Oh my. Now that would make a fine meal, and I'm sure its hide would fetch a fair price." And the entire caravan begins stopping, and people begin, getting ready, knocking arrows and preparing their bows and everything like that to go and get this thing. Bede says, What are you doing? My goodness, this creature is clearly a blessed creature of the forest."
Bede says that?
Yes. He was going to, kill the deer, but, this is clearly a special deer.
Bede was gonna kill the deer?
The other deer. The other deer around this deer. So
Dear.
there is, thank you, oh dear. So there's this golden stag, this beautiful golden stag, and this herd of deer, and it seems to almost, like I said, shimmer with this almost unearthly light. So some seem interested in trying to kill it, and others seem interested in keeping it alive. So what does Baylor think of this?
Baylor is on the don't kill it team.
Okay. Here's...
And if anybody in my so when we stopped last, I don't know how long it's been since we had the little fight in the forest with the spooters.
Mm-hmm.
Did we
How long
get
has it
a
been?
long rest?
Yes. It's been an entire week since last you
Been-
have encountered something.
So then I probably wouldn't be in the cart anymore. But if anybody, I would be probably near the cart with the rest of the crew. And if anybody in or near our cart starts getting things ready, I would just growl at them under my breath.
Okay. What does Mordok think
Rumble
of
at
this?
I'm looking at. Where's the wagon with the cultists in it, and what are they doing? That's what I want to know. Because I'm leaving this obvious aspect of Bahamut alone.
So
Sorry,
so
I'm metagaming.
you're
Sorry, I'm metagaming.
No,
but,
no, you're fine. So to boo metagaming boo. So to kind of help with this, your party has become famous because you have saved the caravan so many times that now you're at the front of this. You see that they are kind of keeping an eye on it and kind of talking amongst themselves about what they want to do. It seems like they haven't really decided what they want to do.
because if they're gonna make a move to go kill it, I'm gonna try to stop them or talk them out of it, or I'll decide when they decide.
Gotcha. What does Patron think of all this? Patron?
Sing. I like it.
Oh, there he is.
Patron thinks.
Are you going to call out to it?
Well, being midday, I imagine Patrick's a little sloshed off his own brew.
Sure. By midday,
Hey,
you do get started
Yeah.
early.
You
Yep.
can't drink all day if you don't start early. That's all I'm saying.
yep, he's got that. I mean, it's weeks of travel. What else do you think I've been doing? Picking
Sure,
berries, talking to animals, and drinking.
So one of the reasons why I'm why I'm saying the words in this particular way, the reason why I'm saying, what do you think of all this, is because I don't want anyone to act. I want everyone to get a chance to kind of, tell everyone else what, and get out there like, man, I'm feeling like this would be dinner. Man, I feel like this is really special. This is a neat thing that we're seeing, and so on and so forth, before anyone gets a chance to act. That way everyone knows kind of where everyone's kind of at as far as what they're thinking before anyone jumps the gun and says, I shoot it. So what does Patron think of this?
Patron would squint a little bit, be like, golden stack? I hadn't seen that before. And just be like, curious, like everyone knocking their bows and everything, like for him it's like, I mean, life and death, it's the forest, but that thing right there, that's a beautiful, beautiful beast.
Mm-hmm. Does he think that it's bad luck or no?
I would say he probably wouldn't think it's bad luck necessarily, because it's like, as I said, druid, like life, death, it's all a cycle. Like if the animal's there and the animal's there to feed you, the animal's there to feed you.
Okay. All right, and what about Zed?
Zed has two words to share with everyone, and that is sunlight sensitivity. Zed doesn't see stuff because it's really bright out, and he's just kind of hunkered down and taking care of his dragon egg because no one else really does, and he's not really paying attention to what's going on out there because it's too bright.
Okay.
So, one word response: aviators.
Oh man, Zed and a pair of aviators. That's
Zed.
funny.
And now we have the mascot poster.
Good stuff.
I mean, Pip made glasses for himself.
This is true.
We'll figure. Maybe if we ever encounter him again, he'll fashion together some aviators.
Just whip out some shades and like throw them on.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Zed can't see because I mean, it's bright. It's the high day. Like let's go. Like he's not.
Okay.
He can't see out that far.
All right.
I just want to add, I now imagine Pip and Zed both in sunglasses and a hat and the Blues Brothers poster.
Just like Blues Brothers.
Yep.
I mean, if they got along, sure.
Yeah, note to self. Blues Brothers poster. Zed and Pip. That's great. And the height difference is about the right size too. Because Dan Aykroyd's tall. Anyways, so does anyone have any immediate what they want to do before we do it or anything?
I'm gonna want to speak with animals.
Okay.
Wait, how far away are we talking here, Carrington? 100 yards, 500 yards, mile?
Within longbow range.
Help me, how many feet is that? 600, 300?
About we'll say it's about 600 feet.
200 yards, okay. That's a long way, 2 football fields.
So I guess maybe 100 yards. How'd that? So a football field. Because you can still see it, because 2 football fields is a long ways away.
You're asking a kobold to perceive something in bright sunlight. That's not going to go well.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do, Carrington.
Yep.
So how many people quickly are look like they're knocking bows?
A lot. So we'll just roll a die. Or not that many. That's a lot. A lot of people. I was like, yeah, we'll probably get 10-ish. Not
20?
20 is a lot.
You critted the roll.
Yeah, I did it bad. All right, well, let's roll. We'll roll it. We'll roll 2d8.
16.
9. All right, so about 9 people.
Is there a group of 2 or 3 of them right together?
Yeah, why? What do you want to do?
Yeah, there's a group of 3 and a group of 6.
Yeah, okay. What's my range on this?
I'm worried we're about to get in a fight with just a bunch of people who are on the thing.
Oh, it's range touch. Boo. Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna cast a light in front of one of their eyes, but it's range touch, so never mind. So I would kind of turn them into Zed. Oh, I can't see all of a sudden. Hey, don't shoot that thing. But
all right.
not a combat.
What about Baylor?
Are we within 60 foot of somebody that in the social hierarchy has enough influence to make everybody else do stuff?
I mean, so the thing is, some of these are caravan guards, and some of these are merchants. So the merchants themselves, each wagon on the caravan is kind of its own thing with the merchant at the top who's paying the bodyguards and so on and so forth.
Okay.
But since they've put us at the front of the caravan, wouldn't you suggest that we would have?
I mean, they would
pretty good
definitely
influence
listen
on the
to you
group?
if you said something.
Okay, that's fair. I will then exasperatedly turn around and at the top of my lungs yell at them to knock it off. Do we need persuasion, intimidation?
Intimidation.
Now, that's dangerous language depending on how this roll goes.
16.
They all seem to be they stop. And at this time, as loud as you shouted, the deer all look up and sprint into the woods. With the golden stag itself is still standing there.
I would like to call out to the golden stag.
Okay, what do you say to it?
Hello there, friend. Beautiful
Hey,
day.
you over there.
It looks at you and just kind of like tips its antlers to you, and you can see that the antlers themselves even like seem to be like dripped with like gold and glint in the sunlight. For Zed, it looks like there's a reflection of the sun that's even worse in his eyes, and it's pretty awful from the glint from this golden stag.
Yeah, Zed's paying no mind to it. He's
What
staring at
does Zed do when it's sunny
barrel.
out? Does he just like dive under stuff or not?
Lives in the shadows. So he's like, he's kind of like, so imagine the cart has like the place where you sit and then the cargo area.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shadow that gets casted from like the seating area where everyone's kind of sitting. So he kind of sits and tucks himself in there, and he's just staring at the barrel with the dragon egg inside of it, and imagining all the possibilities of what's inside. Keeps him motivated.
Okay.
As the primary caretaker. So he's paying absolutely no attention to what's going on out there.
Gotcha. All right. So the golden stag looks at Patron and again tilts its head knowingly, and then just says, "Roll me a perception check, just Patron." Zed needs one of those drow sunshade sombrero hats. 21. You hear the communicate. You see that it tips its head, and the golden stag says, "Follow." And with that, it disappears into the woods.
I'm gonna look at everyone else, hiccup a little bit, and be like, "It says it wants us to follow it."
I have the intelligence of a 6-year-old. I'm game to follow a deer all day.
Follow what?
Don't worry about it, little friend. You'll maybe see. Patron will lend him a very wide-brimmed hat woven out of terrible straw. It's kind of itchy.
Thanks.
But
Okay.
Patron will get down and be like, "Baylor, you mind lifting a little friend?"
Sure. And I'll pick him up.
What's our employer's name? That's terrible that I can't remember our guy.
Bead.
Yes, like the venerable Bede.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna say Bede. I said, Bede, you stay here and make sure those guys don't follow us. Because we have to go and follow this deer.
So as our employer, I would be so mad.
I will take a swig and be like, "Obviously, what he said."
And with
And
that,
off we go.
Bede is just speechless. He's just like, what? I don't understand.
We'll explain when we get back.
Baylor will walk up and get real close and kind of talk to him like he's a little bit of an idiot and be like, well, what he said was stay here, make them
Make
stay
sure
here, no follow into
Sorry.
woods.
It was
We
a,
go
it was
follow
a,
deer.
it was a Monty Python thing that didn't work. Sorry.
He's like, all right, well, okay, I guess.
we'll be back. Or not.
Okay. Let's put you all like here. I'm building a map real quick. And all of you are in here. Boop.
Why is Patron always wounded? Oh, there we go.
Also, why is my dark vision always gone?
Move your character around.
Also, it's broad daylight.
Yeah, right. We shouldn't need dark vision.
My question still stands. You're in the woods now. What? Why is your dark vision never on? All right, well.
You're the one who makes my token?
It's the same one from last time. I just copied it and moved it.
Are you sure you gave me dark vision ever?
No.
I'm beginning to question all my life choices. Or does dark vision take away regular vision and I no longer can see the world?
Look, you have it now, and you're welcome.
I think we all have dark vision, do we not?
I
don't know if Baylor does.
Baylor, do you have dark vision?
No, he probably shouldn't. Unless it's some
up
warlock
to 120 feet.
Oh, he's got the
I-
warlocky
I-
thing.
man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You said you do have it up to 120 feet?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, that's definitely not reflected on your character guy. All right, we fix things as we go. I'm sure it's fine. All right, 120. Save. All right, you're welcome. I'm also going to go ahead and do
thanks.
this. Also here, also there. There we go.
So, what are we doing in this forest, guys?
We're following a magic deer.
Oh, what?
It's just like that one time I ate a bunch of wild mushrooms.
Okay.
All right, so you're searching for this. Oh, perfect. So you're searching for this. I need for you all to make survival checks to find it. Whoever is leading the group.
Well, I believe that would be Patron.
You sure it's not perception?
It is survival. You have a +4 to it. It's fine. All right, so you're following after it, yes? Here's a good
Correct.
So as you're following after it, you can see that it is kind of pulled itself off from the rest of the herd, and is leading you through to this deeper part of the forest.
All right, so which way are we going?
I mean, you can definitely see that one deer has headed off in a different direction.
I would like to follow that deer.
All right, make me another survival check. I do need to know who is leading the group.
I imagine it's
Patron.
me.
All right, roll it. How is Mordok's survival +6?
Grave cleric, baby.
All right.
Trained, probably. I actually don't know how it's +6.
All right, one more. So as you make your way through these
my
woods,
wisdom and my background, I think.
all right. Can I have as you are walking through, you see that as you go deeper and deeper into these woods, that there's more and more like statues and things, and like it appears to be like almost like tumbled ruins. Can someone make me a history check?
Nah,
Rather
I
not.
druid.
I was very bad in history class.
I don't owe anyone any history, but I definitely am net neutral.
I am net negative.
A dragon scholar, obviously studied.
So you know that this particular area, at one time, there was an ancient and powerful elvish kingdom, but it was only kind of spoken about in your texts. The dragons that, usually goodly dragons would visit this particular kingdom that would have been around in this area, but it's kind of spoken of, much like Plato refers to Atlantis, in a few lines here and there, but not really anything. Perhaps this is it.
Who's this Plato dude?
Any relation to Socrates?
Yes, Mr. Socrates. All right. So, that is the information you're able to glean. Is perhaps there was something mentioned about these woods having some ancient elven civilizations. When you come upon a glade, and the golden stag steps forward. You can see it up here. And does anyone speak Sylvan?
Nope.
Nope, just speak animal.
Is it still active?
Just silly language.
How long does speak animal last?
2 days.
10 minutes. Would I need to cast it again now?
Yeah.
Well,
What was Zed saying?
will Elvish work?
So it will actually try to speak to you in Elvish.
What about
Hello?
Druidic?
Druidic will work as well.
Will you take Draconic?
Nope. Final offer.
Celestial?
No. Well,
How about Giant?
so the golden
Oh, come on,
stag.
a person speaks Celestial.
What does everyone have as far as? I'm actually gonna look real quick. Hello.
Dwarvish, Druidic, Draconic, Common, and Abyssal.
Oh, I was more interested in what does everyone have as far as magical items.
I think we just have the ring, right?
As far as I know, we just have that ring of warmth and the Vorpal sword.
Yep.
No.
But what if?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Baylor doesn't have anything right yet.
No, Baylor had mithril armor.
Or did he?
Yeah.
Does
Yeah, the
Patron,
cultists
does Patron
stole
have
it.
anything?
I have 0 things of actual magic. I can make things kind of magical, but I have 0 actual magical things.
I also have a one oil of slipperiness
Oh, good.
that was given to me from some looting. And they were like, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if we made Zed lubricated and slippery?" And that was the joke. I also have the ring of warmth.
Very nice.
They are both just in my bag. No, he doesn't know what to do with them. He just has them.
All right.
I thought you were wearing the ring.
No, you just handed him a ring, and he's like, "Oh, neat," and then put it in his bag.
All right. So the golden stag will say to you in Celestial, and then also in Druidic, it will approach you, and it will say in Druidic, in Celestial, and in Elvish, and decidedly not in Draconic. It will say,
How many tongues does this thing have?
it just seems to be able to communicate in those languages all at the same time.
I was about to say, because now I have a very horrifying image after the how many tongues does it have comment.
It walks forward and it says, "Your journey is perilous. Your foe disrupts the very plans of the heavens and the very will of nature. The road is long, and you have before you very difficult decisions ahead. Not all will survive the journey." And with that, the stag begins to fade from view, and as it does, its beautiful golden coat kind of like sloughs off and falls to the ground as the stag vanishes.
It's not a good reason to use that word. Like,
What, sloughs?
yeah, it's just not a good word.
How about this? The coat falls to the ground as it shimmers as it does. How's that?
Thank you.
Okay.
So it lost its coat.
Yep.
So I'm like a 37 regular. Is that my size? No. Sorry. And I rolled a d4 to find out which one of us wouldn't survive. So,
Who was for?
well, if you go in order, it looks like Zed.
Well, here's the thing. My guy's already died. So, like, he was right.
Okay, so we have a golden fleece.
Yeah, I will go check out the golden fleece.
Okay. It even has
Egg?
So as you pick it up, you notice that it's actually no longer it's actually a cloak.
Oh, pretty golden cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Patron would boastfully like put it on and do a little twirl and be like, "You guys think this is my color?"
I do.
Looks good. Looks good on you, Patron.
Yep. It even has like an elven clasp, it has like two pieces of like S-shaped metal, and when you like clasp it together, the two pieces kind of like braid together magically to hold the cloak on.
That's fancy, and I only asked for a shock of its golden locks.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings joke.
I was there with you.
I'm thinking it's a Doctor Strange's cloak, which would be super cool, but I'm sure it's not that.
Oh man, cloak of levitation.
Yeah, the
My
cloak of
wildest
levitation.
dreams.
I would take a cloak of the Mountbatten.
Of the what now?
For Mountbatten, it lets you cast Dimension Door.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so none of us have like detect magic or any of that kind of crap, so
I don't
we have
think
no
so.
idea. Yeah, I can't. That's way above. It's out of my skill.
I may or may not. Hold on. Sorry, I have a laundry list of known spells. Let me see. That would be not detect magic, right? Identify. Is
It'd
that
be
the one we're
identify,
looking
which
for?
would
It
be
is
a
identify.
wizard warlock. It'd be a wizard warlock spell.
I have
Sorcerer.
detect magic. I do not have identify.
Okay. So the item itself, do you cast detect magic on it?
Sure.
It radiates abjuration magic. Not strong abjuration magic, but abjuration magic.
Okay. Well, neat. I guess this vision quest is over.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Y'all no longer have access to to identify.
I don't think we've had to identify the whole time, have we?
Did Smorgasbord have it? Smaragdos?
It's funny because you got
Blatantly
a.
I don't find that funny at all. I'm offended that you guys are laughing. I lost a character. I'm in pain.
when you play this module, the sacrifices, a character is going to get eaten by the roper. Okay? It's going to happen. Okay? I played twice, and a character's got eaten by the roper twice. So
My favorite playthrough was a player was standing next to the roper. The roper opened up its eyes. He took his sword, looked at the party, stabbed it in the eye, and said, "We're not alone here." And then we rolled for initiative.
and then he got eaten, right?
He survived. Well, someone else got eaten, and he felt a little bad about it, but
Someone always gets eaten by the roper. It's just
yeah.
part of the campaign. Someone has to sacrifice themselves to the roper
It's all
god.
fun and games. Fear the roper. Our Pulis is right. Fear the roper. Like, you see that thing, you run, which I'm pretty sure the rest of the party did.
Baby, don't fear the roper.
There you go. All right, so you have a cloak on you. I wonder. Let me see something real quick. Does it? I don't think we're even. Yeah. So. Let's see.
I mean, I guess after an hour I would know.
I'm
Or how
Googling.
does.
Really? I just learned something. So, you have to identify a magical item before you attune to it.
I don't like that rule at all.
What? That doesn't seem cool.
Our rules is written. The short answer is yes.
That's going to present itself as a problem.
Yeah, because I don't think any of us can even learn identify.
I cannot, my friend.
Well, Patrick's
Warlock
backup
cloak.
character is a wizard, so if you
No,
murder
it's
me,
fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So you go back to the thing. You take a nap, and it is actually a very fancy. I'll be very kind with this one, but you will need to figure out how you're going to identify things, because that may come up later. Magic item, but no identify. Lack of proper cleric. This is another group. How do they do this? If you attune to a magical item, you can spend a short rest discerning what the enchantment is. So you first have to do that. Oh, hello there! I'm going to butcher the name. Choobs. Thank you so much for subscribing. We are 2 subscriptions away from getting our goal of 10. Thank you so much for your subscription. We appreciate it. All right. So it looks like you can, if you attune to it. So you can try to rest, and you realize that this is actually a very fancy. Yay! I pronounced it right. This is a very fancy cloak of protection. Hey, I know that person.
Oh. So I get to add a cloak of protection to my inventory?
Yep, you have a cloak of protection. Literally an Aegis, or Golden Fleece.
What do cloaks of protection do in D&D? I know what they do in
It is a
Pathfinder.
+1 to your AC and a +1 to your saves.
Well, that's super cool.
Yep,
And does it work when he's in bear form?
it does.
That's even better, because the bear has terrible armor class.
Yeah, so it gets +1 more. One of the cool things... so the module wanted you to actually have a... it wanted me to give the party a +1 bow, but, like, no one would use it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I have altered the deal. So I altered it so that way the party has something that's a little bit more useful. And I do recommend doing that. Like, if your party really needs someone... So right now, we have 2 magical items. We have a Ring of Warmth.
Yep.
That Zed has, and Patron has a Cloak of Protection, right?
Correct now.
All right, and no one else has any magical items right now?
I
That's
have my
correct.
hammer.
That's correct? Okay. I always try to make sure that I keep in mind. And I actually do that I do it in the party loot. I'll keep in mind who has what. So, for example, I'll say Zed has a Ring of Warmth. And then also, Patron has a Cloak of Protection.
Gosh, you don't even want to know what my wisdom save is right now.
Is it +6? No, it's probably +7 now, yeah?
+7.
Yeah, at 4th level. Gross. So the reason why I keep a list of what everyone has isn't so that I can build encounters around that. Although you definitely could make sure that you, like, when you're building encounters and whatnot, that if someone has something they can just, like, immediately, like, sweep an encounter aside, you may want to prepare for that. And not necessarily to the point where, like, you may just want to, like, don't let them do the cool thing. Like, do let them do the cool thing. But also make sure that you have some additional content prepared so you don't have to end your session too early. But also, when you're trying to look through the rest of the module or your campaign and you want to give more magic, look at what people have. Because, like, now if I give Zed another thing or Patron another thing, feels bad for the other two. So just try and balance out your party in that way and give everyone a cool thing when you can. Here's my DM's tips as we continue playing. So all of you make your way back to the caravan.
Yep.
Not to detract from the game, but we're going to detract from the game. I have no problem detracting from the game. Please, we're going to try and keep it as constructive as we can. Constructive thoughts on this. Not to detract from the game, but quick thoughts on the Kender that Wizards of the Coast put out. I mean, I think it's kind of neat. So if anyone has not seen this yet, the Wizards of the Coast put out some playtest material involving a Kender. Kender is a halfling that has, wink wink, things appear in its pockets that aren't necessarily theirs. And one of the things that they changed with this version of the Kender is it's actually true. They're not lying. They're not like, I'm a thief and I just take whatever is in front of me. Magical things just actually appear in their pockets now. Which is, sparked a bit of a debate. Like, it was, some things just show up in my pocket and I don't know what to do about it. Wink. And so I guess, does anyone have any thoughts about, which, Kender's from Dragonlance, correct?
I just looked it up. Yes, Kinder is from Dragonland.
Yes, they just blatantly ripped it off from Tolkien and called it a Kinder instead of a halfling.
Ah, yeah. So, I mean, I think it's neat. I like the idea because, like, it's problematic if you have an entire group of people who are just like always viewed as thieves, but that's just me. Back in the day, inspired by Tasselhoff Burrfoot, I played a Kender named Hasselhoff Leadfoot, Kender with a self-driving talking weapon. Talking wagon, not weapon. That's wagon. Talking wagon. That's fun. Did the wagon have a personality? That's a question for the day. So, but yeah.
Wow, what wizard would take the time to channel wagon to be able to talk?
Kit.
Also, was this Thomas the Tank Wagon?
Awesome. All right. So now that we have finished up that particular encounter, on to the next. So you make your way back to the. Everyone needs to go look up Knight Rider. Oh, okay. Yep. Connected. Got it.
Awesome.
All right. So as you are making your way back to the wagon and back to the wagon train, the people are suddenly very shocked that you have this thing. And Bede says, "What happened? Did you kill it? What happened?"
No, it talked to us and then just kind of left. It did drop me a little thanks.
Sloughed off.
Thanks. Thanks, Baylor.
Well,
Bro loves that word.
we now have a word much like moist for you.
Sloughed.
Hey.
Got it.
Yep, sloughed.
It's
So
sloughed
now we
off
need
its
to
moist coat.
work. Yeah, we need to work that into everyday conversations all the time.
All right. Anyways, so you stride up and he like actually reaches out to like touch the cloak of protection, and you're like,
Smack his hand, smack his hand, smack his hand.
Will not.
he's
I
just
will.
like,
I will prance around with it.
he's just like, this is remarkable. You couldn't have fashioned this. You didn't kill it. He steps up top. He steps atop the wagon train and he says, "Friends, our friend here, Patron, right?
Yes.
Patron has been given a blessing by the forest spirits, blessing our journey and granting us good favor. We should stop here for the night and have a feast with ale."
Patron's eyes perk up at this.
And the first round is on Patron, of course.
Oh, you don't want a first round of Patron's special sauce?
Maybe he does.
So this has no bearing, of course, but this cloak of protection isn't like gold lame, is it? It's not like bright gold, or so that he'll never be able to hide again.
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna make it like I'm not gonna give him negative to stealth for it. It's just and this is one of the things that some friends that I used to play with in the past we used to call ribbons. Is if you want to have a thing like, for example, Cloak of Billowing is a perfect example of a ribbon. If you want to have a cool thing that is a role playing thing, that does not affect the game in a negative, or something you can't use to break the game, then like it's fantasy. You know, do what it is you want. So this is just a cool thing. It is now instead of just him having you have a cloak of protection. Now there's a story behind it. A woodland spirit came to you, gave you a prophecy, and then also granted you with this boon. So now when we're talking about the description of Patron, it's now changed, because now he's this cool-looking dwarf with this staff, and he has these these wooden canaries and a golden cloak. That's cool.
My cloak and wooden canaries.
So, I'm imagining that with the announcement of the feast and celebration, that the crowd's kind of going a little a little excited. There's a little bit of noise.
Yep.
So while that's happening, Zed looks over to Patron and is like, should we tell him about what the stag said? Because someone might die.
Oh no, that's way too dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will look at Zed's fingers and notice that he is not wearing the ring, and be like, "Why haven't you put the ring on, little one?"
It's I don't know. I used to having nice things.
I've only got 3 fingers.
Too.
What was that?
that too. I've only got. Also, he's so small. Like maybe the ring is like a bracelet at this point.
Yeah, just like a bracelet.
No, magic rings always fit the finger that they're put on.
Yeah.
Except kobolds, it's just like
Thing.
bracelet.
Oh, except kobold.
Anyways,
Give you a bracelet of
Thanks
warmth.
for-
That's fine.
I will pat Zed on the back and be like, "You should wear it, little one. You earned it."
Keep you warm at night.
Um,
Since you have no fur.
okay. Yeah, it is. The longer we travel, the colder it has gotten.
all right. And he puts on the ring.
Yeah. The next time we rest and whatnot, I'll attune to it and put it on. As it do.
Do you want to have Zed's, and this is up to you, do you want to have Zed's scales take on like a, because of the ring, take on like a whitish hue? Not like all white,
Sure.
but just like a whitish tinge.
Yeah, like that, like a pearling effect on it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Ugh.
So shall it be. All right, so we'll move this back here. And you know what? This is a good opportunity for this. All right. So the next day, after a long and jovial and enjoyable fun, the group has, there may be a small amount of, maybe it was too jovial, but for the most part, everyone's kind of back after Patron's fun and interesting brew. So we'll go ahead and flip to here.
Do they all survive the next day without a hangover? Do we need to roll some con checks?
I'm sure that they don't. Most assuredly not.
What did we set that con at? DC 16?
16.
Yep.
Jesus.
I will have you know, Baylor from now on doesn't take anything from Patron.
I might use that for comic relief later on.
Like, he's not gonna take a drink. He's not gonna take food. Nothing.
It's all fun and
Especially
games
mushrooms.
until someone can't eat mushrooms for the rest of their life.
Yeah, dude.
Just one time, huh? I'm gonna have everyone be in these wagons up here. So here's one wagon. There's another wagon over here. Patron can be here. This is here. The egg is actually gonna be up here. Bead's gonna be up here, and I guess that'll be here. And I guess you're up here. This guy has a wagon now. He's got his guards with him. He's pretty happy about that. And I guess we'll also just copy this and put it over here. Paste. Same thing. And one right here. Alright, so make me perception checks real quick. Oh yeah, and it's the middle of the day.
Oh, it's hard to perceive with a dog on my lap.
Hey, there you go.
Please hold. I misplaced my character sheet. Too many tabs. Too many tabs.
Too many tabs. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh, well, yeah. Alright, so...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at
That's-
that. Look at that 9. Look at that 1. Look at that 7. Patron, tips his head. So Patron pops off his flask, takes a drink, and looks up, and you see something circling above, high above.
Patron will squint up and be like, "What is that?"
I need you to make a nature check.
Looks like a bird.
Yep. Looks like...
Oh no!
What happened?
That was metagaming.
Oh, do you know what this is?
No.
Oh,
It can only be bad though, right? Like, it's not just gonna be a bird. The DM didn't just take a ton of time to tell us about a really cool bird.
all right.
I mean, Patron thinks it's only a bird.
What was the name of that blue dragon?
Yeah.
Lenny. Lenny.
Lenny, that's it.
Annie.
All right. Well,
Oh, Zed's oldest
I'm
friend.
really happy.
you said you're Zed. What'd you say?
I'm really happy that Zed's names for people are wearing off on the party.
All right. Here we go. All right. So we're going down. All right. Mordock. As suddenly, Mordock looks up and sees one of these creatures. Where did...
What creatures?
One of these creatures screeching down and is going to try to... Yeah.
The heck is that?
Yeah.
I will
Does
show
that thing
you.
have googly eyes?
Hey, yo!
What the? Whoa.
Not gonna lie, I don't even know what this is, and I've played D&D before, so I have no idea.
Zed's
Well,
seen
it's-
these before.
Yeah.
Bro, Zed's seen these before?
Zed has not, but Zed's player has. BGX Mage has seen these before.
I've seen these. I've seen these before.
I know what they are,
this-
but my character has no clue.
This is gonna get
Oh,
fun.
I actually
Real quick.
generally have no clue as a player, so this is a first. I have a D&D
All right,
monster
so the
first.
first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to do a one of these, an attack. We're
Fair.
attacking you. Well, it would
Well, I don't like that.
It would really help if I hit the right button here. All right, so hiya. Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
It
It
does.
was you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm also going to go ahead and... So, you're going to take 11 damage, and I'm doing a dive attack. So, an extra 2d8.
Oh, well, I'll just be dead.
Will you be unconscious? 18 hit points is the total.
Yeah, well, we're not going to be able to survive this but very long.
They only get to do that when... So, you notice that the dive attack is only when they dive down. All right, now for the second dive.
Like,
Oh,
same
I get hit
bird?
again?
No, it's a different bird.
Oh, sure, why not?
I was about to make a joke.
But it is gonna hit. But it is gonna hit you, Mordock. That's funny. It's not going to because it's a D3.
I'm sorry, you rolled a D3?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Take Mordock out of the equation because he already got hit.
How does a
And-
D3 even work?
Very
Well,
tricky.
It's the
It's all-
internet, so
It's all bits and bytes.
Hello, Zed.
Question.
Yeah.
Does a bird diving at you count
No!
as a projectile?
Rebuttal. But what if it did?
Does a 12 hit?
No.
All right, cool. It's initiative time.
It's as if I caught it and threw it to the ground.
Natural 20, baby.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh my god, look at my initiatives. They're ridiculous.
I didn't suck myself.
There we
Oh
go.
my! I just looked up D3s on the internet and my brain hurts now.
So, I heard a fun thing. So, a professor did so two stories. Professor was like, hey, you can have one side of one note card for this test. And the kid was like,
Mobius.
Are you sure? Yeah, you know where this is going. And so he made it into a Mobius strip.
And use all of the note card.
So he gets to use all of it because it has one side, technically, because, you know, that's how Mobius strips work. And another was, when I was in high school, the teacher said, you may use one 3x5 card to take notes on. And the
Did
kid...
not specify the dimensions.
3 foot by 5 foot note card, baby.
Yep. Walked in with this giant thing with literally every single note that they could possibly use on it. And the teacher was like, all right, listen, you got me. And then the next year, the syllabus was immediately like 3-inch by 5-inch thing. And then behind her desk was the 3x5 card. Like, she asked if she could keep it. She's like, I'm going to let you get away with this, but I get to keep the card afterwards.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to derail. I was the reason why, yes, in high school, the Mobius strip became not a proper use of note cartage. And we also had a teacher that was like, you can write on a t-shirt, but they didn't tell you didn't have a size limit to the shirt. And so,
Would you get a 4XL?
But the rule was, oh, I didn't, but my friend who was very, very, very small did. The rule though was for that day, because it was for a final, you had to wear the shirt the entire day.
That's more like a dress at that point, but I'm in it.
Oh, it was absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, it was. You had like the smallest of people wearing the largest of shirts.
That's
for
awesome.
the entirety of the day. It was very funny. Bloody brilliant from the teacher's perspective, though, because you could write whatever you wanted on the shirt, which helps with cognition and remembering things. So like,
Yeah.
it did, like, no one needed the shirt. Like everyone made them, but no one used them.
I always find whenever I write down notes, and this is a good thing for just trying to guide us back into the into the realm of D&D. I always find that as a game master, when I'm taking notes, I like to write it down because I feel like when I actually write it down, it helps it like etch into my brain, and I'm able to retain that information longer. So, but anyways, all right. So here's where we are. There are these dangerous peritons, these scary looking birds, which I am going to show the folks at home one last time because they're terrifying. Here's a periton.
They're deer birds.
Yeah, they're pretty scary. You can actually, if you want to click on there, it'll make it big.
Yeah, don't need to.
So big. All right. Anyways,
Are these considered a beast?
they are.
You're a beast.
They are not.
Rude. Why is everything not a beast?
Patron's over here taking notes. Can I turn into it? All right, Baylor, it's your turn.
They're not a projectile. They're not a beast.
Are they even real?
No, they're just rude.
Okay. First thing I would like to do is cast Armor of Agathis.
I 100% believe you.
Second thing I would like to do is Rajay.
Alright, so armor, rage, good to go. I'm actually going to change what we use. Let's go ahead and use this this frost thing here. That's kind of cool. Little frost thing. Anything else from Baylor?
No.
Are you at 9 hit points, Mordok?
You probably never.
Yeah, when you
Oh yeah, no, he is at 9
No.
hit points. You
When-
destroyed him.
when they have
Absolutely mauled him.
Yep.
when you have 27 and you deal 18 in one go.
I'm sorry. Alright, so we're gonna we're going to
Don't apologize for your DM hacks.
Alright, we're gonna use talons against this attack is gonna go against Zed. There's a 16 hit.
Yes.
Alright, 8 damage, and then we're gonna use this. And we're gonna fly out of here. So we're gonna fly here. We don't provoke any attack of opportunity. And then I'm gonna go ahead and denote this. Alright, so I moved. We'll move back here. So we have 5, 10, 15. So we move 20 feet back, which means then we're going to also be 20 feet up. And the way I'm going to denote that is by putting a 2 on the little wing thing here to denote that easily. Alright, and then this Parryton is done. This one is going to try to attack you with its talons. 10 does not hit. Same deal. We're going to go ahead and use flyby attack. We move 5, 10, 15, 20. And then again, we're going to go 20 feet up. And now it's Mordok's turn.
Well, I don't like where this is going. Because I know what's coming again. Okay, I am going to move behind cover of the wagon.
I'm going to delete the extra Parrytons that I brought into this thing. I won't need them.
Time
so
out.
that he can't dive bomb me again.
What's up?
I should have been able to go before. You didn't rearrange us
Oh, I didn't?
in turn order.
Oh, yeah,
No,
you're right. Hang
and
on.
I should have been able to go. I should have been able to go before the other dude before the hawk hit and ran.
Okay, then go ahead and punch its face. Sorry about that. And then I'll let Mordok take your turn.
So yeah, we're going to that. We didn't like that. Well, we don't know that's what's going to happen. But, anyways, there's a 15 hit.
It does.
Neat. 6 fire.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a key point.
Okay.
Did not like the diving action in Flurry.
Okay. 12 does
12
not hit. Nope. 15 does.
And 15 does hit. Sweet. 5 more.
Okay, cool. So...
Then I'll take my 8.
Alright. And now, sorry, back to Mordok. What's Mordok doing? So Mordok moved.
Yeah, I'm gonna be behind / in between the wheels, someplace. Well, not in between the wheels. That'd be a bad place. I'll be under the wagon, so that I can't get dive bombed again, and so I don't get accused of this again. I will cast that spell on myself.
Alright, so
So
you're
see, I do heal.
now you're at 18.
Position.
But you're gonna heal
Heal
yourself.
thyself.
So I'm kind of under the wagon. I don't know how you want to donate that, because I ain't getting dive
I'm
bombed.
gonna put you as prone. Because you're under the wagon. And we'll use this little rook here.
Okay.
And we said you are in fact under the wagon. We'll use this one. All right, Patron. What is Patron doing?
Missing.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Roll.
To shatter this rock.
Roll to hit again. Oh no.
Alright, Zed's dead. And by dead, I mean
No.
down.
I'm not killing Zed.
It's not killing, but I am unconscious.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know exactly where I can shoot that isn't like in a cone area towards this thing flying in the air. So
So I do have friendly fire on. So we're just gonna do this randomly. We have 1d2. 1d3 actually. Let's see if it hits the egg. So 1 is gonna be Baylor, 2 is gonna be Zed, and the egg is gonna be 3.
Can I just tell you that you can hit me?
Carrington,
What?
I've never been madder at you.
I've rolled the die. The die is chosen.
Sure.
Alright. So you hit the barrel. The barrel explodes into a bunch of splinters. The egg is still in there. And
Oh, I thought I was 3.
were you 3?
Yeah, I thought the egg was 2.
Alright, then it's gonna hit Zed. We'll do
Zed's
that.
down.
Fine with that. Alright. Zed's down. Alright, Patron. Nice shooting, Tex.
Zed's tolerance of spellcasters is slowly diminishing.
Pew! Alright, Patron's done. We
Yeah.
do have friendly fire in this. Only if you roll a 1. Alright, Patron is finished. Are you done with anything else, Patron? Patron's just out. Alright, Baylor, it's your turn again.
Oh, here's the question.
Oh,
Magic
only-
stone.
Yeah, only halfway out.
Oh, we're throwing a rock at this guy? What's the range on that thing?
I mean, I would imagine it's like a thrown weapon, so
60 feet.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll the damage. Alright, that'll hit this guy.
hey, that.
Alright, now it's Baylor's turn. You're angry and
Question.
frosty.
How generous is the DM?
I mean, after just unfortunately annihilating one of the... I mean, what do you got?
I'm not supposed to be able to cast while I'm Rajade. However, Eldritch Blast is only a cantrip.
So, I mean that breaks the barbarian. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that as well.
I'll drop rage and shoot it anyway.
Alright, in the future, maybe.
Rolled a 9, sure. That's me.
Alright, parry's in time. Alright, you threw a rock at me and I didn't like it. We're dive bombing. Hiya! Does a 22 hit?
Wolf. Yes.
So 22 damage. Alright. Message delivered. Alright, cool. There we go. Zed, I need you to roll a death save, please.
You got it. we can get up with 1 HP.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Wow. Incredible.
Get ups in the chat.
Right?
Exclamation point, get up.
Oh, I did it the wrong way.
Because you're the DM, it doesn't work.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, so I have an HP.
Which is like the worst thing that could possibly have probably happened. Because now you're in death, you can die easily. 1 HP
Oh,
bad.
no. Oh, no. Zed is going underneath his cart and is not moving.
So you're going to go underneath the cart, too?
I'm in the middle. I'm underneath in the middle. Like, you're not getting to him.
Right. And then also prone. Got it. Actually, no, you don't have to. You're small enough. You don't need to be prone. But you're definitely underneath it. All right, cool. And that one went, which means that we're over here. All right. Well, I don't think we have a lot of intelligence. We're not that dumb.
Birds aren't that dumb.
It's true.
Deer, maybe.
I'd forgotten about that. I think we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna try and attack. We're gonna do a dive attack like we do, and we're gonna do a gore against. Nope, we're gonna miss. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So he'll be like right here. All right, and Mordok, it's your turn.
So they didn't fly away that time.
No, they've been like dive bombing, and then they'll like do a claw and then fly away, and then do it again.
But they didn't fly away.
This one did not.
Neither did the other one.
Correct.
So I'm only 20 feet away from that one. Okay. Oops. That didn't work. Hold on.
No worries.
There we go.
An 11 will not hit.
Bummer. Why did they cast it at second level? Oh well. It did what it did.
All right, man, that would have been a good hit too.
Oh.
Patron.
Okay, that's fine.
Patron, it's your turn.
Well.
Who are we healing?
Myself. Because I have to have line of sight and Zed is underneath the cart.
Okay.
And
You gonna whack it?
no, I'm gonna toll it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like that. Wisdom save? It fails, and it takes 5. Ouch. Alright, and... Is there anything else for Patron?
That'll be all.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Boy.
25, 30.
Pew pew pew.
Glad they came to the rescue.
Yeah. That'll hit. Got him.
2 piercing damage on a spear. That's tough, buddy.
On second thought, you can just stay at home.
Yeah.
Can they even throw a spear that far?
Well, it's next to the cart, so I imagine so.
Yeah, all of those actually are misses, except for the one that's a 17. Because the range on a thrown spear is only 20, so they can only throw to here. And then if they throw further, it's disadvantage. So this first guy hits for 2 damage. Bam, bam, bam.
On second thought, you can just stay at home.
Alright, Baylor.
Is it within arm's reach?
Oh, yeah.
Can I grapple it? You need a strength check for that, right?
Yeah, I would need a strength check for that. $14. They have pretty good strength. So you try and grapple a bird, and it just like... and you get a bunch of feathers in your face. Zed.
Boy, I don't know. We'll run under the cart, and pop out this side, and give it the old college try, I guess.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
It does.
Sweet. 6 fire damage.
You notice that this is effective. Seems to be burning it. And it definitely has a burn from last time.
Excellent. I'm gonna spend 2 key points. Or spend a key point in a flurry.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Pays Patrick back by punching him in the face.
Yep, this rolls for Patrick. There's a 14 hit Patrick.
It does not.
All right, so you use your fire
Rolls for the
and then punch Patron's armor.
night.
A 19 hits.
Yeah, does 19 hit the other one? Please roll damage. Roll 20. Why you be like this? Damn.
There we go.
5 more.
So it seems like when you actually hit it with your like fists instead of your draconic rage, it feels like it doesn't do as much damage. Like you hit it and it just feels like you're punching a tree. Almost like they're resistant to the damage.
Makes sense.
Anything else from Zed?
No.
Let's see. You guys keep hurting me. We're gonna use...
I assume Bede has joined me under the wagon by this point.
Oh yeah. Bede
Okay.
is definitely under the wagon. We're gonna use this again, using this castle to denote that. We're gonna use flyby. We're gonna use gore. 14 does not hit him, so he is super lucky. All right. How far do I have to move to do this? All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our talons against you. 21 hits, right? Baylor.
Baylor.
Yeah.
All right. So you have how many points of armor, Vagathus?
10.
10? Okay, so you take... And how much damage do I take?
10.
Ouch. Oof, it did not like that. And it's going to immediately fly up in the air. And it's going to move over here. And it'll be 30 feet up. Alright, Mordock.
I don't care how high up it is.
You popping out? Coming out here?
Oh, I'm gonna do a little roll so I can get out from underneath the wagon for just a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that and roll back under the wagon. And I miss terribly. What is with the ones tonight?
I'm having a good time. Alright, roll to hit.
Who are you hitting?
We're about to learn. No one.
Then I roll back under the wagon.
Alright. Back into the wagon with you. As guiding bolts are just shooting everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
Guiding nothing.
Yeah.
Alright.
But that's 3 ones we rolled.
It's a lot. Yeah, Patron.
All right, my turn, huh?
It is your turn.
I'm just gonna quit casting the spell.
We all quit casting spells.
Oh man, rough. Alright. All these guards are going to come over here and cast Spear. Spear with animals. Yeah.
Carrington, I will get under the thing though.
Oh, you're gonna get under the thing?
Actually, no, I'm not. The egg is still there. I'm not getting under the thing. Ignore me.
You got it. You consider yourself ignored. Alright, so it's gonna do some damage to this guy. The next guard is gonna also attack. Man, they're rolling fire tonight. Good job, guards.
In what world? The first round, they did nothing.
Alright, and then we have one more. So, yeah, they have a 50% hit ratio.
Yeah, they're doing better than we are.
Yeah.
Speak for
Avasti.
yourself.
Huh?
Speak for yourself. I've
Other
been
than
hitting.
Zed.
Yeah, Zed's
The rest
doing
of us-
alright.
The
Alright,
rest of us.
Baylor.
I also got domed by my own team.
Sorry about that.
Not your fault. Although Zed's very upset.
Alright, Baylor, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
I just hit for 8 points of Eldritch Blast damage at this feller right here.
Okay. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Alright, Zed, it's your turn. Don't forget he's 30 feet up.
There's literally nothing I can do. I'm going under. I'm going back to underneath the thing. Pass turn. Literally nothing Zed can do.
Interesting. We're gonna try and attack this guy. A 15 still does not hit him. Good job, guy. Alright, with that, this guy's gonna fly 40 feet up in the air.
Hello?
Hello, it's me.
Okay.
All right. And the Peryton's going to fly over here and attack. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to do a gore attack.
On
Baylor. Does that hit?
Unfortunately for you, it does.
Total damage is 17.
You take 10 damage, I take 15.
Okay. Sounds good. Mordok, it's your turn.
Oh, we know the draw. I'm going to pop out from underneath the wagon.
Okay.
I'm going to miss with this. Again. Oh, no, I don't.
You blow it away. You hit it, and you hit it in the back. It's flapping right in front of Baylor. You cast the guiding bolt. It hits the Peryton in the back, and all of a sudden Baylor is covered in blood and feathers, and looks like Harry from Home Alone.
Where am I in?
Why are you dressed like a chicken? What? Patron.
I did what?
You do the...
One more time?
Why?
It flies past the Peryton.
This literally has a +6. The odds are so bad.
All right. The guards can't really do anything. The noble can't do anything. Baylor, it's your turn.
I would like to Eldritch Blast
I believe you.
this one.
Okay. A 17 will hit. For 9.
9 damage, please.
And with that, you covered in feathers and viscera and all this stuff. You're just like disgusting, and you cast the Eldritch Blast and you send it streaking through the air, and it strikes the Peryton, goes straight through its chest, and it dies.
So, how many of those were you going to send against us originally?
This is again why one of my struggles sometimes is the math on this. They're only CR like 2.
Yeah, but the CR ratings are terrible, and they're...
Yes, the Perytons
Yeah,
have
but you were-
perished.
When
You're
they do
also
that
kinda
much damage...
min-maxing.
What was that? Sorry.
You also you were playing what the creature would do, but it's very min-maxy to fly in, dive bomb us with like 20 plus points of damage, maybe take a couple hits, and then hit us and run away. Like,
Well, he was being nice. He should have used half their movement to fly in, attack, half the movement to fly back out.
They have to move. They have to move. The rules as written.
yeah,
They have
he
to
has
move
to be at
30
least
feet.
30 feet away.
Yeah.
What was
So,
their flying
it
speed?
takes-
40 feet.
Ah, okay.
So I was having them dive bomb all the way in and then stay there for a round and then dip out. But yeah. Anyways, so Perytons, like,
Or nasty.
they're tough.
I chased. So I faced them in a different campaign, and I just ran around and chased them with a lightning bolt. So
Yeah.
we didn't have to deal with that because I pretty much just annihilated them by myself.
Yep.
It was fun.
Yep. I hit some of the characters though for a lot of points, and they were even higher level as I recall. I think you were all like what, level 5 or 6 at that point?
Well, yeah, if they have
We're all
lightning bolt,
sixes.
definitely.
Mm-hmm. Level 6. This is a great time for us to go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
Okay, well, right before we do, everybody gather together for a group hug, and everybody can get, including the guards, 14 points of damage.
All right.
Healed. 'Cause I think everybody was
Everyone is
wounded.
healed. They're feeling hale and hearty. Don't go away. We will be right back with more of the Tyranny of Dragons, the epic campaign. We're Chapter 4, Session 6, on the road. We'll see all of you very soon. Hello, everyone. We're back. Carrington here from Open Heart Games. We are continuing our playthrough of the Tyranny of Dragons, one of the most beloved modules for 5th edition. And we are currently in the 4th chapter entitled On the Road. The characters are traveling from the city of Baldur's Gate, tracking down the cultists of the dragon that have stolen and looted treasure from all over the Forgotten Realms. And they are taking it somewhere, and it is up to our players to try to determine where that is. They've had numerous different things happen on the road as they've been looking, and this most recent event, the party was attacked by some wandering monsters, what are called peritons, that were trying to feed on some of the unsuspecting travelers with them. They've driven off these peritons. They actually slayed them, and have protected and saved the carriage once again. So, with that, as you are all kind of bandaging up and getting everything, back in order, one of the characters actually comes to you and says, "Hey, Patron, I think that is your name, is it not?"
Yes, that is correct.
"I have an offer for you for your wonderful cloak. It's beautiful, truly beautiful. I would be willing to pay anything for it."
I'm sorry, good sir, that it's just not for sale.
Well, it is a shame. There's nothing I can do to change your mind?
I do not believe so.
Oh, that is a shame. Well, let me know if you change your mind before we reach Waterdeep. And come back to that later. The party finally has reached one of their destinations, or at least a leg in the journey, which is that they have finally arrived in the city of Daggerford, which is almost to their final destination, at least as far as they can tell, of Waterdeep. Daggerford is here. Waterdeep is here. There's a turn order for some reason. Now it's gone. There we are. So I do want everyone to, as the caravan kind of, arrives in Daggerford, everything, everyone's reloading and getting new, fresh horses and so on and so forth, and doing a little bit of training. I need everyone to make an insight check. Okay, and Mordok?
Warlock. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to find it. There.
All right, Mordok notices that there are some new characters that have joined the party.
Pip's back?
Nope.
Oh.
A gnome,
Our party?
it seems, has joined the party.
Who's joined the party?
A gnome has joined.
A gnome.
Has joined the party. And they seem to be keeping an eye on a human who has joined the party, who wears long robes and a funny-looking hat. So you notice that this gnome seems intent on kind of sidling up near enough to overhear what's going on, and you also notice that this robed human joins and is invited into joining one of the cult wagons without hesitation or questioning, which never happens. Zed notices that the gnome also seems interested in all of you as well.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. She, as you see her, she kind of like walks around and asks a few questions here and there. Where did you come from? What's your interest in the caravan? And those kinds of questions, but also just comments upon the weather. You notice that Zed. You notice that she seems to be studying you, and the rest of the party as well, as intently as you would study a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And Patron notices that she seems to be aware that you're keeping an eye on her too.
Like the secret, I know you know, I know you know.
Oh yeah, she knows you know that you know that she knows. You know?
I know.
All right.
And who, you said she was saddling up with the cultists?
She's like keeping her distance, but trying to listen to them.
Okay.
Can
I give her the I know that you know that we might want to talk look?
Does she have a name?
She hasn't introduced herself. She's merely...
Has she introduced herself to someone else that we can...
No, she's not.
Okay.
Everyone kind of scratches their head. Oh, she seemed nice enough. She didn't introduce herself, though. I didn't catch her name, you know? Huh, that's odd. Baylor notices, with his 6, that his boots are untied.
Yeah, no, I figured Baylor was busy trying to clean his teeth with an overly large stick.
He notices an ant walking across the ground. No.
He gets out his magnifying glass and just starts trying to light it on fire.
Wow. Do you have a magnifying glass?
No.
Darn. All right. So...
Would have been cool if you let me have that, though.
Where did you get a magnifying? It's like that scene from Legend of Ron Burgundy when he's just like, "Where did you get a mace from?" I don't know.
Sure.
Or where did you get a grenade?
Right.
Yeah, where did you get a grenade from? I don't know. All right, so so that is
Did you
what
really
happened.
just identify?
What was that?
Did you really just identify Anchor? Did you just really identify Anchorman by the tagline phrase?
Yes, I missed it. I
I'm
lost the word Anchorman. I knew the Legend of... No one called me on it. It was gonna be fine, okay? It was gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not
You know
fine.
of anyone? You know of anyone here? I'm going to.
It's fine. It's fine.
Anyways.
It wasn't fine. All right. So, as let's see here. So the party continues going along. You notice that as you get closer, as between Waterdeep and Daggerford is considered pretty smooth sailing. You notice that days go by, and the only thing that she gives you is that, and I'm actually going to show you what she looks like. She looks like this. And she'll actually introduce herself to you. She says, "My name is Jamna." The next day...
Jamna?
Mm-hmm. Jamna. So, a few days, when you're about 4 days away from your destination, she approaches you just as you're about to sit down for your morning meal. She glances around to make sure that no one's watching, and she immediately puts her finger to her lips, like, shh. And with that, she snatches away Baylor's oatmeal. and after poking through the oatmeal with a blade of a dagger, the gnome lifts it out and shows you an oatmeal smeared object resembling a tiny bead.
Wait a minute. She snatches my oatmeal?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
you've definitely tried to spice it up.
Oatmeal?
Yeah. It's got like tons of beef jerky in it too.
Oh, okay.
no. What I was
And-
getting at was like strength check, homie. I'm just kidding.
Okay, she snatches it away from you quickly. There you go. And she begins poking through it. She glances over her shoulder to where the cultists sit at their breakfast. She whispers to you, "It's a sliver of bone. It's curled into a circle so you can swallow it with a mouthful of gruel without really noticing. Once you've eaten, it slowly uncurls inside you, exposing the needle points that pierce your guts and kill you slowly. I suspect they're in all of your breakfasts." She tosses the gruel down. "Let's talk this evening."
Okay.
Interesting.
What do you do?
Insight? No.
I would
definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
No one
I'm
trusts
with
the strange gnome dressed in all black clothing that just showed up in the caravan one day and seems
No,
to try
and
to
I'm
get
giving-
next to the cultists?
Yeah, I'm giving
I
myself
completely trust her.
and I'm giving myself some guidance on this roll.
Okay. Wait, I'm confused. How did you had an 11, right?
22.
Oh no, yeah, that's yeah. So you get the feeling that
it's a 26.
a 26. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You get the feeling
I
that
don't trust her.
she's not lying to you, but she's definitely not telling you everything. So that's where you're at with that.
Okay.
Nobody snatches his oatmeal, says Arpulus.
That's yeah.
All right. Does anyone want? What do we want to do now? Just wait for the evening.
Sure.
So I want to check my oatmeal and see if there's
Make me an investigation check.
to check oatmeal.
Yeah, investigation.
Yeah. I definitely have to give myself a guidance on this.
You do not find anything in there.
Okay, it's because I didn't find anything, or because well, that's yeah.
You poke through and you don't find anything.
Okay.
Anyone else? Or does anyone else first?
Baylor's just gonna throw the bowl and go get a beer.
Just pre-gaming early, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do I find anything in anyone's food?
You check your own food, and you find several small lumps that could be bone slivers. Mordock, make me a perception check.
I would make good berries and pass them out.
Perception.
You notice that a few of the cultists are actually watching you and looking your direction, but they immediately look away to hide their interest.
Hey, we're watching them. Who are watching us? Who are watching them? Who are watching us? Yeah, we know the drill.
Gotcha.
Do they know we know? They know we know they're
they
watching
know that
us.
They know that we know. Yeah, we're all watching each other. We should just all get together and just have it out.
All right. So as all of you that evening bed down in the caravan, you're getting ready to sit around. You do your nightly ritual. You do your ritual to give the to take care of the acid and everything. And as you're about to seal up the barrel, she hops in the back of the caravan with you.
Who all's in
Okay.
the Who all's in the thing?
Everyone, I assume. There's enough room for everyone to sit in here.
Sure.
She says, my name is Jamna Gleamsiver. We do not work for the same... She says, who are... Actually, you know what? That's better. My name is Jamna Gleamsiver. Please, who are all of you?
I'll go first. I am Patron Purpleheart.
Points.
My name's
And
Baylor
I am-
Kisk.
And I am Mordock.
And who's the small one? Points at Zed.
Well,
He's our mascot.
I wish you'd stop telling people that. My name's Zed. Do you like dragons?
Dragon facts.
Not at the current juncture, but I'll keep those reasons to myself. Listen, we don't work for the same people, but I assure you we're all on the same side. We share a belief that the cult of the dragon must be stopped, and I need you to know, and I need to know what they are carrying in these wagons, where they're taking it. Will you help me out? We can do it tonight.
Why do you need to know?
I make it my business to know.
Well, if you want to know what's in the wagons, go ask them.
I don't want to ask them. I want to find out through other means.
Well, we haven't exactly been in there to see what's in the wagons, for the same reason that you haven't, apparently.
Have you seen anything that they've taken into their wagons?
Boxes. What else have we seen?
Of?
I gotta say, well, my X-ray vision glasses are broken.
Shame that. Mine are in the shop as well.
How about a piece of information for a piece of information?
Sure.
I have an idea of what is in those wagons.
My turn?
I would say you go first, and I will tell you what we are fairly certain is there.
I warned you about the bone slivers in your breakfast this morning.
Of which we found none.
I found one.
I found a few. Of something that might have been those.
Okay. I've done my part.
The wagons are full of treasure.
Well, that helps me out a lot. That means we don't have to risk breaking into the wagons. Tell me, what else do you know about what they're doing and why they're doing this?
Oh, it's your turn.
Your turn. Since we don't work for the same people, and you seem to know who we work for. Who do you work for?
We're sharing information, not asking all of the questions. How about I give you this information? Before coming to this, I was trailing someone, a man, a wizard.
There are many men.
In fact, he joined the cult's wagons. He, in the robes, with his funny hat that are covering tattoos, that would distinguish him as a Red Wizard of Thay.
Baylor, make a very ill-advised history check.
Absolutely.
Oh no!
She's just making stuff up.
Well, of course, we've all heard of the Red Wizards of Thay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. If that's true, that is disturbing. We can tell you this, that when we first started the caravan, there was one of your people with us, not with us particularly. He died of what we said was very mysterious death, but he was poisoned
The cult
by the
is
owners of that
the
wagon.
cult is ruthless.
Yes, one of your kinsfolk.
Well, that is distressing. How sad. Anyway, for those who don't know, the Red Wizards are Red Wizards of Thay are a powerful magical cult in the rather inhospitable but well-ruled and well-inhabited country of Thay. They are demonologists, arcane experimenters, necromancers, and a great many powerful liches and undead come from that region. It is a dark and evil place, and I would ask what the cult of the dragon is doing, chumming up with a Red Wizard of Thay.
Fair point.
Your turn.
Baylor's still drawing stuff on the floor.
So you have been tracking these cultists from where, and where did you pick up the trail, and what are you hoping to find?
Oh God, what was the town we came from initially?
Greenest.
They've traveled all the way from the outskirts of Greenest, carrying their what seems to be treasure that they have acquired through raiding.
I see. She says, do you know where they're going?
We do not yet. Correct? Correct? I'm not lying here. We actually don't know. We're right.
That is correct. We have no idea. They're going north.
Interesting.
That's why we're here.
She kicks the barrel and says, "What's in here?"
Oh, that's my special brew. Would you like a taste?
I don't like to drink when I'm working.
I let her take a whiff of it. Yeah, just so
Oh.
she knows how bad it is.
She has a character sheet. Awesome. Why does she have all these spells? I mean, nothing. Anyways. Let's see how
Did we get the name of the Red Wizard?
I'll give it to you. She actually will stick her head out and vomit.
Excellent.
She's like, that is vile. Oh. Oh.
Oh, it's an acquired taste.
It's probably deadly.
Patrick will take a swig.
We don't drink it either. Only Patrick and his dwarf buddies can stomach this stuff.
Of that I have no doubt. I'll give you his name, but you cannot use it. I do not want them to know that we may be wise to their dealings. His name is Asbarajos.
Okay, Zed, come up with one for that.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to repeat the name.
I heard his name was Ezra Jones.
That's much better than what I thought in my head. It was not PG friendly.
As Ara Joes.
So his name is Edward Jones? Like
Osmosis Jones.
Zed, you
Yep, I heard.
What did Zed hear?
Yep. Ezra Jones.
Ezra Jones? Okay. Okay, Ezra Jones it is. Alright. Ezra Jones. Alright, cool. The nicknames continue. What is her name then? What is Jamna's name? Jamna Gleam Silver.
He hasn't heard her last name yet.
Okay.
But he does not know. He cannot. But he cannot distinguish the fact that there's an M and an N. So in his head, it's just Jamma.
Jamma?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, awesome. Alright, so she will say, so you've come all this way. So you've come all this way from Greenest to track these, this cult. Surely you must have other resources. Someone who helped line all this up. It's not just you working as good Samaritans, as it were.
I thought you said you knew who we worked for.
I said that we don't work for the same people. I didn't say I knew who you worked for.
Well, as we don't know who you work for, you don't know who we work for. So we're even. We could be working for the same people.
I assure you we're not. If we were, I would know. That because they would have told me.
Think highly of yourself.
Not highly. Highly denotes arrogance, and pride comes before the fall. Informed. Respectfully. Very well informed.
Or so they have you believing.
I know enough. I know what I need to know. So, it sounds like we're at an impasse. We've checked each other's notes and have shared all that we wish to share at this time. Would you agree?
Seems reasonable.
I will make sure to keep you appraised of any developments, and I hope that since we seem to have a mutual goal, that you'll do the same. Agreed? She puts out her hand for someone to shake it.
Patrick will shake it.
Excellent. She says, with that, I bid all of you adieu. And she wanders off.
Bye, Jamma.
So a few days later, as you were just outside of Waterdeep, a few days away, the camp awakens to another death. But this time, it is a cultist who was acting as a wagon guard that was murdered overnight.
Oh no, guys, come look, someone died. Oh no.
I can sense the thrill.
Yeah.
That was Baylor being a dick.
As soon as you say that, one of the cultists points at you and says, "It was him. I've seen him. This guy, that big jerk. He clearly was jealous of our friend and killed him."
Ooh, how to play this? How to play this? How to play this?
Oh, oh, please! After all we've done to save this caravan's collective behinds, while you've huddled in your wagon, how dare you accuse us of something this bad? How dare you accuse us of anything?
There's kind of some murmuring, and a lot of it like, oh yeah, no, the heroes, yeah, they have, no. Oh, and these odd people have not really been much of a, and you see the crowd kind of turning against them. And
Yeah.
they say, well, there's still been a murder. Our friend is still dead, and something must be done about it.
Well, when we get to Waterdeep, you can report it to the local authorities. I can assure you it was not one of us. This is the second murder that's happened in your wagon. I suggest you look inwards.
We demand justice be done here. Can we... Clearly, he must have some sort of weapon. Can we check his weapons?
Is he pointing to me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does it get to your weapon? Because doesn't your weapon go into a magical space where no one can find it?
In fact, it does, homie. So as this conversation is going on,
Wait a second. Hang on a second.
Go ahead.
It tastes like disrespect. Carry on.
Yeah, yeah. So as this conversation's going on, and he continues to blame me, the typical signs before rage start showing. So my skin goes a little bit white slowly. The tips of my fingers start going black, and my eyes are all black. And I'm not raged, but like I'm a little bit mad right now.
Pre-rage.
Yeah.
Okay. Rather surprisingly, the red wizard that you encountered previously steps forward and says, "Now, my friends," and looks at you and others.
Are we others?
Let's keep our heads and remember that we are all traveling together. And because we are traveling together, we must continue the journey, even though we've suffered losses, numerous of them, across this long trail that we have tread together.
Long trail. Your new associate speaks wisely. I think we should all take his advice. I'll go introduce myself as Mordok.
Asbera. Very good to make your acquaintance.
Yes.
I will remember it.
I suggest we all...
Please.
Oh, please.
At this time, in the absence of witnesses, in the absence of evidence, nothing can be done. Surely the fates and the gods will punish the guilty party, and life will go on. You are a cleric, are you not?
Yes.
Perhaps you can help his soul cross over.
Okay, I'll go do my ritual thing, whatever that is.
Okay.
Because that's what I do, because I'm a grave cleric. I should have a special cantrip for that, but there isn't one.
Escort soul.
Was it
Yeah.
decompose?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You can now cast decompose as a cantrip on a corpse.
There you go.
Okay.
Soul Uber is what Arpula says.
Hey, there you go.
That's a good one.
Suber?
Suber?
The spell is called
Subaru!
Yeah,
Sorry.
you should have a
No.
a ceremony that
There is a spell called ceremony.
Yeah, but it's for weddings or coming of age and a couple other little silly things.
It's just called lift, guys. Because you're
It's
lifting
just
the
called lift. All right. So as all right. So as the caravan finally arrives, the freight travels as far north as possible, and we are getting very close to the end of the journey. Everything seems to move on as you roll into Waterdeep after 2 months on the road. Most of the merchants disperse into the city's market. Bede thanks you so much for an incredibly safe and profitable trip. He also says, as he restocks his wares, he offers to you the option of staying on and returning to Baldur's Gate, as he will be making the return journey as soon as he's restocked.
That is most gracious of you, but we will be staying in Waterdeep for a while.
I see. Well, it's a shame. It really is. It is a dreadful shame. But my good friends, thank you so much.
But we will definitely, if we run across paths again, we might be able to do business again, because it was truly enjoyable.
Next time, I think I'll. Next time, I think I will charge your friend the normal rate, as opposed to letting him indulge in my ale. I believe my profits may have dipped considerably after he drank 2 casks himself.
But literally I'm holding up a keg, draining the last few drops out of it as we speak.
Well, do take care of yourselves. So one of the things that's very strange here is that the cult wagons don't really follow the same pattern as the others. They begin to head to the far north end of the city to look for a place to spend the night. And Asbara, Jos, and all of those other ones are able to find a place to stay by night for nightfall. We'll just roll a d. The gnome that you shook the hand of. Psst.
Oh, well, hello again.
Keep voice down. We have a place for us to sleep not too far. It's a small inn. It's a small inn, and it overlooks where they're keeping their wagons, so we can keep an eye on them. I've already arranged the night's expenses.
Well, that is very kind of you.
You know, always happy to help. But we should get there, and so we can keep an eye on everything.
I mean, sure.
Okay. Do you want to do any investigating or anything, or are you good to just go up to this place?
I mean, we're going to be overlooking and watching them. I don't think we need to do any extra investigation. Did anyone else?
Okay.
No, I'm good to cruise.
I'm good.
I've heard a rumor. What do you know of the cultist leadership?
Oh.
Fruit Mombath.
Yes.
Fruit something mothbat.
Ah, yes. I have arranged...
A long mothbat.
For a long mothbat.
Yes, I have arranged a place for us to stay here at the Aleheart Tavern, run by the Waterdeep Alehearts, not to be confused with the Baldur's Gate Alehearts. or the Neverwinter Alehearts. Same family, of course. 3 brothers, as I recall. But I digress. What do you know of their leadership?
Well, we have met through on Bondath, and we've heard rumor of the name Resmir, who apparently is a half dragon, but I don't know. We don't know exactly who works for her. Who?
You notice that when you mention half dragon, like there's the slightest twinge of oh shit in her eyes, and her eyes just kind of go like almost as if she's trained herself over years to not show facial expressions, but her eyes just like twinge open just a second. She goes, I see.
So she has a tell.
A minor one. She says, huh. I heard one of my sources told me a rumor that they had seen an odd sight. A half dragon, which is almost never seen.
We've encountered one. He is no more.
Well, it appears there's one that is somewhere in the city. Unknown where, unknown when, but here. So, here we are.
Oh, they're not invincible.
No, but they do cause trouble wherever they go. We should be very careful. And you should try to keep our head down.
Easier for some of us than others.
I see.
As I look at Zed, because he's only 3 feet tall.
I was
She
gonna
probably
say,
feels
it's pretty
pretty-
easy
she-
for him to keep his head down.
Yeah, I mean, she probably feels pretty tall with Zed around.
There's another caravan going further north. Different caravan, different group of people going further north. We should join them if we can to follow where the cultists are going. So I've overheard. But I'm sure that will be fine. This is a good place for us to stop because we're just getting ready to go into chapter 5.
We're level 5 now?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
That's what I thought I heard.
I believe that is. Yeah, let's go ahead and raise everyone to level 5, which is a different thing here.
Let's go.
Now I have to figure out if I want to take a dip or just keep going. So I have a week to figure that out.
Well, yeah, I already know I'm gonna take a level in Druid, and I will be a little different next week.
Absolutely, that's exciting. So here's my tips for running this chapter. After having run it again, I'm going to go ahead and give it now since we have actually wrapped up the chapter 4 on the road. So the way that I prepped it, I probably would not do that again. I kind of laid out some things and put some things together to kind of like I prepped each session kind of individually. I think the first thing I would do if I were to do this particular chapter again is I would actually read the entire chapter and then read it again so I'm familiar with all the things, and then actually build each session and do something like, because there are a lot of NPCs that I didn't use because I didn't want to spend too much time in this chapter because it is such a slog, but I think that I would try and do like prep each session so that it's encounter, and then some role play. And then each individual session would be encounter, a little bit of role play, encounter, role play, encounter, role play. So that way, if when you get to 6 sessions or 8 sessions or however many sessions you do, you've had a chance to get used to and encounter and know some of the faces. You could even name the cultists if you wanted to do that. It just depends. Like I didn't want for me on the road is a stepping stone to just get them further along. To their ultimate destination for at least this, which is Waterdeep. So, which they are, bam, they made their way to Waterdeep. Bam, bam, and bam. All right. So that's where they are. So like I said, that's one thing that I would definitely do is just kind of space them out. There are some of these. I did skip a couple of these for a couple of reasons. I skipped Adventuring Life, which is one where another group of adventurers joins the caravan, and the person that the person that hired them lets the characters go in favor of these other people. Because they think that they're more experienced, but it turns out that they're just a troupe of actors. If your party's into that, I wanted them to be able to tie to one NPC as opposed to having to have a whole cast of characters for this. So Bede made sense, and while Bede could have that, they had such a good rapport, it didn't make a lot of sense. And since they all got hired by the same person, I don't like the animal abuse one. It does give the players a good opportunity to do to be heroic, which is there's a noble who is mistreating his horses, and he has a couple of tough bodyguards. He wants to buy the players' horses from them, and if they don't intervene or anything, he actually will beat one of his horses to death. And like I said, I didn't want to deal with that, because that's a content warning that I didn't want to have to go through. I think there's one more. Yes. There is another one that is fun that I've had a lot of fun in the past with, but I didn't want to put it in here because it feels like a distraction, where there are two twin sisters that are actually the twin sisters are actually doppelgangers, which is really cool. And I've definitely used this one before, and actually had the players, like, I'd pull them into the secrets channel and be like, you're a doppelganger now, enjoy, and then pull them back in. But again, I wanted to spend as few sessions in this as possible. But I think you could spend a long time on the road and make it a really, really interactive and really, really fun. But when it comes to us creating content here for the Open Heart Game stream, us spending like 12 sessions on the road, like, I want to get to the meat of this module, and for me, on the road is not the meat of this module. It's there's a lot of filler, but there's a lot of really good things in here. So you could make it as, I guess the takeaway here is, you could make this section of the module as wide or as narrow as you want it to.
Well, the other thing you can do with this section is you can work your characters' backstories, and you can give them okay, this week we're going to do, patrons, a little bit of patrons' backstory. Something happens that, or Zed or somebody, something from your backstory happens. It's kind of hokey that it would all happen while you're on this caravan road, but you could maybe work one of them in or something.
Yeah, I wanted to pull in and do, we did something for Patron this session, and I definitely want to try and work those in for each character. We had a session for Zed where Zed, connected with, Leo and had that moment where he was able to take on the path of the Ascendant Dragon, and I want to have more of those for each character. And maybe we can definitely work those in as the character as the campaign goes on. So yeah, those are my notes for on the road. I would definitely, like I said, I would run it a little differently. If I were running it another time, I think it's fine just to kind of get through the content. But it can be a slog. We got through it in 6 sessions. I think the last time I did it, it was at least 10, if not longer. So there we are. So on the road complete. Next time, we will be starting Chapter 5. The players will be at level 5, which is where most characters and really start hitting their stride, because they get wizards get access to Fireball, and fighters get an extra attack. Like, it's where characters really start, becoming really strong.
That's right. I get a third level spell, so I probably
you do.
don't.
Third level spell slots are very powerful, so you have access to Spirit Guardians and all kinds of
Spirit
stuff.
Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
The best
third
third level spell.
No, I just got Tasha's from Amazon the other day, and there's a really cool third level cleric spell in that too.
Is that the melee one? Because that one's dope.
Oh, I can't remember what it was. I haven't really read through it all that much yet. But it's kind of like Spirit Guardians, but it's not Spirit Guardians.
Very good. All right. Well, that is all we have time for today, folks. Thank you all so much for joining. If you like what we do, definitely give us a like on Facebook. Give us a sub on Twitch. Give us a follow on Twitch. Give us a sub on YouTube. We also have 2 events coming up. We have one coming up this Sunday, which is going to be our GM one-on-one with Patrick Drobody, talking about running Star Wars and also running games in established universes. Also, we will be having a Call of Cthulhu game on March 23rd. Looking forward to that. We'll be running the well-loved module, Edge of Darkness. And we already have some folks that have signed up for that, but we would love for you to join us. If you're interested, you can check that on our website, openheartgames.com, where you can check out our blog and merchandise and all kinds of stuff. So, with that, we will catch you next time. Thank you all so much for joining.